Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Wednesday, May 30th, 2018. Before I get into the video, I just want to say real quick, the sale on the website ends tomorrow at midnight, where you can get 20% off of any purchase for legacy or merchandise. So if you're planning on doing that, your time is running out. I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, okay? So, that being said, I want to show you this real quick before I get into the topic. So we got the fencing around. This is one of the cherry trees. Cherry tree is like 3 years old, but it kept being eaten. So the top part is absolutely dead, but its lower part is still coming, and it's coming back. So that is now protected from the deer. Also, we have this apple tree over here is now also protected, and what we did, we put a layer of mulch around the whole inside like that, because that way the weeds won't grow up through and stuff like that, and it also helps protect the tree itself. So this is one of the apple trees, and this one was getting eaten every year as well. So it's basically the same size as it was 2 years ago, just like the cherry tree. And so that's that. I want to show you one more thing, and then we will get on today's topic. So we're going to go over here. There's Miss Soxy. And there's Miss Bella on the steps. So somebody had asked about the kitten. The kitten is still here. She's still doing well. I was able to pet her, sort of. I kind of brushed her a little bit with my hand, and she was okay with that the other day. So it's just going to take some time for us to do that. Okay, so over here, I cut the grass in this area. We planted these two the other day. These are new blueberry bushes, okay? So those just got planted. These are the blueberry bushes that we put in last year. Alright, this is the plum tree that died. So that's going to get dug up, and the new plum tree is going to go in that spot. This here is a plum tree. So we got that fenced in and protected now. And these two are both peach trees. So now all these trees that are already in the ground are now protected from the deer. So I feel much better about that. So I'm not so concerned that they're going to get in here, because I knew as soon as I cut this all back, they were going to come in and they were going to have a feast. So we worked on this today and got these squared away. Okay, so let's talk about our topic of today's video. Okay, topic: are North and South Korea really at peace? So let's think about this for a second, guys. Trump has already backed away from the negotiation table on that with Kim Jong-un, and let's remember that Kim Jong-un went over just before he declared that he wanted to have peace and had a special meeting with China. The last thing that China wants to have happen, so let's think about this a second, the last thing China wants to have happen is a reunited peninsula between North and South Korea, and be it under democratic rule, because then you have democratic rule right on the very border of their country, and that's the last thing they want. They do not want that to happen. Alright, so I personally do not believe that we're going to be seeing any kind of peace accord happening. I could be wrong. I definitely want your guys' thoughts on what you think, but the reason that, like I said, that I don't think that this is going to be taking place is because, first of all, like with Kim Jong-un, we've wanted to take him out for a long time. And just like we did with Gaddafi, just like we did with Saddam Hussein over there in Iraq. And here's the funny thing, I don't know if anybody, I do a lot of studying of history, and it's not really ancient history, to be honest with you, when you look at stuff. And Saddam Hussein was at war with Iran at one point, and we armed them. So how funny is that? That's back in the 80s, for those of you that want to look it up. But we were the ones back in Saddam Hussein in Iraq in his war with Iran. So that was pretty funny. And so then all of a sudden then we made him, he's the bad guy. So now we got to go in and we got to take him out. So, that's kind of what happens over there. Again, we have the U.S., our thumbs in too many pies. And I don't think that that's always a good thing. But the whole thing with North Korea and South Korea coming together and being at peace, I don't see it happening. I don't see this peace accord moving forward and having any kind of satisfactory outcome for what we want as the United States, because that's what it basically comes down to, guys. I mean, if you think about it, we call the shots and they either say yay or nay. And but see, the thing is, North Korea has China's backing, and even though we're the biggest bully on the block, you got to remember, China's got a whole lot more people than we do, and they can sustain a whole lot more losses than we can. So they've got us like 4-1. So remember that, okay? And China has a very strict policy where you can only have one kid. So, you know, here in the United States, you know, people have 8, 9, 10 kids, you know, and they don't care because they're not paying for them. So, you know, when Amy was pregnant with the twins and we already had Josh, we had already made that decision. 3 was it. That was enough kids. And so, you know, that was going to be the end of the line. And so when she had the twins and she ended up having them C-section, she had her tubes tied because we were done. That's called being responsible. Way too many people out there now are not responsible and just keep banging out kid after kid after kid. A lot of fathers aren't there taking care of those children that they're producing. And it's very sad. It's unfortunate because every child needs a mom, every child needs a dad, in my opinion. They need them both. And they need them both in their life. So it is what it is, but what are you going to do? So anyhow, I definitely want your guys' feedback on this topic. I want to hear what you guys think. Do you really think that we're going to have a peaceful resolution between North and South Korea, reuniting the country as one? And, you know, where do you guys think? I mean, what happens to somebody like Kim Jong-un? Does he maintain some form of control or power? I don't think the United States is going to allow that, you know, if they reunite. So, and I know that one of the stipulations that they wanted U.S. troops out of South Korea. So I don't see that happening either. We've been there too long, and so we'll see. I mean, I think it's a very interesting development to watch. It's something to obviously be concerned about because it could lead into a lot more catastrophic things. So, you know, there's always things going on that, you know, you might not be hearing in the forefront of the news on a daily basis, but there's things that you need to keep an eye on because there's any number of things, and I've said this before many, many times, there's any number of things that could happen that could adversely affect us as a country, as a nation, as a world, as human beings. So those are things that we need to think about, okay? So, but anyhow, so, you know, very, very scary. So it's like, you know, like when I talked about in yesterday's video, when do you stop prepping? You know, you never stop. You know, and it's prepping for life, guys. You're prepping for whatever life throws your way. And I think that the people that do not prep, I think those are the crazy people, to be honest with you, in my opinion, because they are not prepared for what is coming. And any kind of preparations that you do to help yourself, that's a smart thing to do, okay? So beautiful, beautiful day here today at the homestead. Yesterday, new record for yesterday, we pulled in 6.0 kilowatt hours of power for the year. So it was our best day of the year so far. Today, we pulled in 5.6 kilowatt hours, and right now the panels are in the shade, so I think we're done with power for today. But we pulled in 5.6 today, so not bad at all. Always trying to make forward progress here at the homestead, trying to get something done every day. Things are coming along well. You know, we're just, I did a little more grass cutting today, like I said, and we're adding, as you can see over here, pulling out more stones and adding more stones all the time. So this whole area is going to be all stone when we're said and done. But Heather came out and watered the garden, so that was squared away that way. And so that's it. You know, like I said, we're just going to keep banging away at stuff. And but it was 90 degrees again here today at the homestead. I took part of the day today and I went for a motorcycle ride. I'm going to be honest, because it was absolutely gorgeous. And we've been pushing pretty hard here. And I'm like, okay, you know, I got to take a little bit of, you know, for the head time, clear the cobwebs, if you will. And it was really, really beautiful and very enjoyable. It's a nice breeze today, but just like it was very hot. So, but that's okay. I mean, I'm not complaining because it's like, you know, I'm not complaining at all. But like I said, we're, you know, continuing to make progress, which is great, and we will continue to do that. So things are going well, no complaints. Remember, guys, I'm going to say, you know, again, there's a sale on the website. It ends tomorrow at midnight, so you can get in there today still. You can get in there all day tomorrow. And then after we hit June 1st, then the sale is over. So it's 20% off of everything. Anything from Legacy, if you're interested in getting anything from Legacy, now would be the time to do it. There's also the 2 deals going on, so now would be the time to do that if you're really thinking about pulling the trigger and making that happen for yourself. And it's the thing is, and you got to remember what this is about. It's helping yourself. It's helping yourself be prepared, and so you're ready for whatever. And having freeze-dried food is one of the great ways of doing it, because it's easy to store, has a very, very long shelf life of 25 years, and so it's really, really good in that aspect. So anyway, remember guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day, tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember STD, it's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. You never, as long as you work at your goals methodically, you're going to reach your goals, and that's important, okay? So just keep doing that and you'll be fine. All right. Also, somebody had asked about the puppies. The puppies are doing awesome. They're growing. They're getting big. I'll have to do a video when they're out here. Maybe we'll see. Maybe tomorrow or something like that, so you guys can see them. But they're doing very, very well. They're just, oh my God, they're too cute. So, and the cats are adjusting pretty well to them. I will say that. So that's a good thing too. So anyway, so that's what's happening. We just keep plugging away at stuff, and we're going to keep rocking and rolling. Okay. I will talk to you guys all tomorrow. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope your week is going well. And if you're getting this kind of weather like we are here, I hope you're enjoying it, because it has been freaking awesome. So I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse One, out for now.